day to viewers, the Colonel speaking to you live from the Preceptory in the most frightfully hot weather for British Imperial YouTube Broadcasting. I'm still wearing full evening dress though, viewers, you'll be glad to hear, reassured to hear perhaps. And I shall be embarking upon a series of political recordings. I'm very involved in politics at the moment, that's why I can't make too many recordings. I'm not exactly an Eminence Scree, it's more of an Eminence Buttermilk really. Anyway, here we go. Some years ago I wanted to hear the voice of a Conservative politician who was very famous at the time, now completely forgotten I'm sure, of Sir Joynson Hicks, or Jix as he was known at the time, and I couldn't find a recording. Anyway, I now have one. Here we go with Columbia 5339, Conservative Party 1929 election, part 3, Why I Am a Conservative. No, not me, him. Speech by the Right Honourable Sir Joynson Hicks, Baronet, MP, Secretary of State for Home Affairs. Here we go. We'll probably all be incredibly bored by these records, but they are historically interesting, dear chap.
I am a Conservative, not merely because I was born one. As a matter of fact, I had liberal leanings as a boy and a young man. But I am a Conservative because I believe in a definite principle for guidance in my political life. No political party can live without principles or without ideals. It is not enough to be against the other party. You cannot live politically by saying no to other people's proposals. You must have a constructive plan, and that constructive plan must be founded upon definite principles. You must not wobble from side to side. The poor Liberal Party is in its present unhappy state because it has lost its principles. It is seeking today for a program, but one which is not founded upon any definite liberal principles. We, on the contrary, have had our principles for generations. Disraeli laid them down when I was a very young lad, and they are as true today as they were then. First, to maintain the institutions of the country. Second, to uphold the unity of the empire. And third, to improve the condition of the people of our land. The institutions of the country mean those great constitutional forces, the Crown, Parliament, and the courts of law, upon which the safety of the community alone depends. Your liberty, your freedom, your laws, and your religion. The opponents of these are revolutionary socialism and republicanism. In Disraeli's day, the enemy was Republican. Today, it is socialist. The socialist tale, at all events, is out to destroy the institutions of our country. And remember, the liberty for which we all long depends upon our institutions. Without law and order, there can be no liberty. Without law and order, the humblest workman is not secure in the possession of his cottage or his savings. If you want to know the condition of a country without liberty, without law and order, or without religion, look at Russia today. When I say we found ourselves upon the maintenance of our institutions, it does not mean the maintenance of something worn out and decrepit. To maintain means to improve, to adapt, and if necessary, to rebuild. The policy of our party is, as it always has been, not to stand opposed to reform, but to proceed upon the lines of ordered reform and the improvement from time to time, where necessary, of our institutions. Need I say much to you about the empire? I spoke just now of Russia. I want no alliance with Russia. I am satisfied to have the alliance, the support, and the friendship of our great dominion, of the men who speak the same language, who think the same thoughts, and are loyal to the same crown as I am. The empire was founded on British liberty, freedom, and justice. There has never been one like it in the world. Let us see to it that in the interest of humanity as a whole, we stand firm by those men who, without any treaty and without any payment, stood firm by us in our time of trouble 15 years ago. And lastly, the improvement of the condition of the people of this country. I can almost fancy some of you are smiling. You say that, after all, is a liberal policy. Not for one moment. Ever since Disraeli's day, the position of the people has been improved by the Tory party. Public health, housing, industrial legislation, the foundations of trade union freedom, the beginnings of building societies, of friendly societies, even of cooperative societies, owe their origin to the Conservative Party, as does also the institution of workmen's compensation for injuries and the inauguration of old age pensions. And the policy of Disraeli has been followed by the government of Mr. Baldwin today. The first thing we did was to carry out our pledge with regard to the pensions for widows and orphans and the earlier grant of old age pensions. Today, nearly 1.5 million people, men, women and children, are enjoying pensions who would have not had them except for the Conservative Act of 1925. From that you may go on to acts passed in every session of this Parliament, which have had for their object the one main purpose of improving the condition of the people of Great Britain. There is much more that one can say, but the space of a gramophone record is limited. These are our principles. They are not for sale. They will not be altered to catch votes or to please any section of any political party. For our principles we have stood in the past, and for our principles today we ask and we expect to receive an overwhelming support from the people of this country at the forthcoming general election.
Well, there we are, viewers. Hopefully you enjoyed that. That's what you call oratory. And he represented the real Conservative Party, not the bunch of spivs and fly-by-nights and public school boobies we've got these days. Thank you, viewers, and goodbye.